Hello, everybody, and welcome to Atheist Sunday School, your one-stop shop for everything Atheist Sunday and School. We're coming at you live from Bruise City
at the Milwaukee Atheist Studio Auditorium.
Yeah, Studio Auditorium.
Yes.
Yeah, sure.
Well,
We've got a great match for you tonight.
we got a great match for you tonight.
We got Solomon going up against the Queen of Sheba.
Ooh.
I know who's gonna win, but it's a spoiler.
What would Solomon's? Okay, this is my 100-point show question.
100-point show. We're already
What
here.
would Solomon's walk-in music be?
Money, 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 money.
Yeah,
Oh
that
man,
works.
I don't know if there's any songs about burning that many animals. If there were if there was a good song about burning a lot of animals, like the Burning Alive or something, I don't know. I'm sure there's a metal
I'm sure
song.
there's one.
I'm sure there's one.
So I want to apologize for everybody. So after the YouTube update, or when it went
Reset.
down, when it went down last week, it reset our settings for our live streaming. So we had to change everything, and in the process of that, it also reset our time zone. So when I scheduled it for 1, it was 1 o'clock in a different time zone. So
5
I
hours
just
difference.
quickly changed it now right before the show. So if you were wondering, why is the show going to start late? It wasn't, but I apologize if you thought that.
Yes, we have not suddenly become LA atheists. We are still Milwaukee atheists and still in U.S. Central Time Zone.
Yes, that is where we still are.
What is that, UTC -6?
I have no idea. I have not a single clue.
Who knows?
So, some announcements,
Yeah.
I guess. Yeah. We're going to be working on, we finished, or we're almost finished with one of the symbols for the demon summoning.
Yep.
Yes.
That's the Seal of Solomon, right?
It is.
It's a Seal of Solomon.
It's a seal. It's the Triangle of Solomon.
Triangle of Solomon. Okay.
Yes. In which the black mirror is placed.
Yeah.
And I guess demons appear.
Yeah.
Anyways, we're getting close. These things have to be huge, though.
Yeah.
And very exact. And the writing in the book isn't exactly legible. In all
It's
parts.
very hard to
You
read.
bought some precision tools.
Exactly. I bought some precision tools, a protractor and a compass,
Yeah.
and a fucking ruler.
Better ruler. The ones that were offered were terrible.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Also, the last Forged Fiction on Revelation. I am very close to getting done with that script, although it's up to like 14, 15 minutes now. I'm putting in a lot of stuff in there. And my computer still not fucking fixed. It's a real problem. So hopefully they can just like copy over all the files and insert a new hard drive or something. I don't know. I'm not a big computer guy. And then finally the Nazi video. How's that going, Ruben?
Well, I still haven't heard back from
Hey, we
the
didn't finish
people.
the 100-point show.
No, I understand, Chris.
It's still floating there.
Chris, shut up.
I still haven't heard back from the people who are going to look into some Ostara translations for me.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, I think I have someone that can probably help you with that.
All right.
Yeah. Those are the announcements.
Those are the announcements.
In the
Now,
middle
what's
of the
your
100-point show.
100-point
Yeah,
show
my 100
question?
point question. I actually wrote this down because I should probably do that if I want better 100-point show questions.
Insane. You're crazy.
I know, I'm nuts. In 1883, excavations in Pompeii of House 8 revealed caricatured artwork of which biblical scene?
Well, I would know this if you hadn't closed the book you
I know.
were reading on Pompeii.
Yeah.
But I'm going to say The Binding of Isaac.
No, but not a bad guess.
Oh, is it the that one time they sacrificed a bunch of stuff?
No, but that's closer.
Cool. Well, damn. You know, roll the roulette wheel. Maybe I'll get part of it.
No. The answer is the Judgment of Solomon.
Ah.
And it is pretty caricatured. I'm going to show the audience this.
Okay.
So, see if you can pull this up, Chris. I'm not sure how well it's going to
Let me get that
show
100
up.
point show thing out of the way.
Yeah, I
It's
can-
still a bit blurry. So
I can
hold on.
go closer to the camera.
Why don't you go a little closer to the camera?
Yeah. Here's a caricatured scene.
Whoa, that's too close.
Yeah.
It's freaking out, man.
Yeah. There you go.
It's too blurry.
Is it?
Oh, hell yeah, you're too close. Give it some distance. They're never going to get it. It's too blurry.
Well, the image isn't all that great
Well, great.
by itself.
Here's Ruben so that we don't have to keep looking at this.
Fine. Okay. Well, it's already here. Maybe it's not even blurry. Maybe it's just the fact that it's not a great painting. See that, Ruben?
Yeah, the photo itself is low resolution.
Yeah.
Oh, great. Everyone loves those. So you got a great high-def image of that, I suppose.
Yeah. But yeah, you have Solomon and the two women fighting over it. There's one that's pretty much ready to give it to. And the thing is, what's interesting in this picture, everyone in the court, like the soldiers and the guy with the knife about to cut the baby, they're all dressed as Romans.
Ah.
Yeah, and it is caricatured. Everything is very exaggerated, overblown heads and such. So yeah, that was that.
That's
and this-
something else.
This book is actually very cheap, and it's a good read and a short one. It's only 100 pages. It's called The Jews in Pompeii, Herculaneum, Stabiae, and in the Cities of Campania Felix, which is it's the areas that were destroyed by Vesuvius.
Oh.
Yeah. So this is by Carlo Giordano and Isidoro Khan. And it's only 100 pages, and I got through it in like a day. But it's a good quick read if you want to learn something about the Jews in these areas, because they were there.
Well, that's excellent.
Yeah. Some of this research I will be using for my Revelation video.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Well, why don't we tell the people about these books that we have on the table?
Ah, yes, the books that we have on the table.
Because I have the King James version of the Bible.
I have the English Standard Version of the Bible.
We also have the NIV Old Testament Survey.
And we also have other Bibles.
Yeah.
The Holy Scriptures, according to some Jews.
And the New King James.
And the New King James. We also have the Oxford Companion to the Bible.
And
that has rarely been useful.
And the
Four times
religions of
historically.
ancient Israel.
Yeah, so there's a little bit of a story behind this. The religions of ancient Israel, if you want to put me up on screen, Chris.
What? There you go. That's easy to see.
Wasn't that the book that you wanted to write?
No.
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 So this book, it's like 800 pages. Yeah, like 800 pages.
He wanted to write the one that was written. Was it not written about?
Yeah. That's the one we all wanted to write.
Was it not written?
So this book was actually on our wish list, and then it was off the wish list, and it was on the purchase part, and I was like, oh, I wonder who got this. For the first time in 25 years, my mother has actually gotten me something that I will use.
Oh,
It's
hooray.
not just
Wow.
a shirt or another shirt or some pants. It
Ooh,
is.
2 shirts?
It's an actual.
Wait. So you
book.
don't use shirts or pants?
Not
No.
the ones she got me.
Oof.
I'm telling you, though, those paint-on things that you call clothes, not
Like,
clothes, man.
She would give me
Wear
things that
actual
are
clothing.
colorful. I don't wear colors. Knows nothing about me. But at least
Yeah,
since
me neither.
at least since I had a wish list, she actually got me something useful.
Congratulations.
And
to
by
you.
the way, birthday is coming up on the 16th. So if you guys enjoy us for whatever reason, maybe get a book.
Yeah. Get us all the books.
Get
We-
yourself a T-shirt for Lawrence's birthday.
Or yourself a t-shirt. Yeah, that's fine too. All right, but that's the stuff. I don't know how useful the religions of ancient Israel will be. It's not exactly.
It must have a lot of information.
It has a
in it.
lot, yeah, definitely. But as to the stuff we're talking about today, I'm not sure how useful it'll be. It doesn't have too much on Chronicles in there. Yeah. So
why don't we get started with this?
Yes, absolutely. We're going to start with Chapter 9.
Chapter 9. And when the Queen of Sheba heard of the fame of Solomon, she came to prove Solomon with hard questions at Jerusalem, with a very great company and camels that bear spices, and gold in abundance, and precious stones. And when she was come to Solomon, she communed with him of all that was in her heart. And Solomon told her all her questions, and there was nothing hid from Solomon which he told her not.
He's so wise.
So wise.
I kind of wonder what the questions were.
Yeah, we don't.
Is your
We
favorite
don't know.
color?
We didn't learn about what questions they were in Kings, I don't think.
Oof, that was a cough into the mic.
Good job.
Yes, it was. I mean, what do you want?
Cough away from the mic.
Oh, okay.
Try next time. All right.
Yeah, sure, that'll happen. And when the Queen of Sheba had seen the wisdom of Solomon in the house he built, and the meat of his table, and the sitting of his servants, and the attendance of his ministers, and their apparel, because, they were wearing those nice fancy clothes.
Yeah, you need those lavish, what were they? Those, like the super colorful priestly garb.
Yeah.
What was it referred to? It had like a...
Oh,
Starts with an A, I bet.
It was...
Not an Asherah.
No.
Way back in the Torah, though.
Maybe it's
They
something
talked
with H.
about this.
Yeah. I forget what it was called, but it was...
Something you wore.
Yes, it was something you
Was
wore.
it like a girdle specifically, kind of? Like it went around the waist?
No, it was like a whole thing you put over
your whole body,
body,
up to your
Yeah, it
waist.
was a whole outfit.
Yeah. But it was really colorful.
Yeah. His cupbearers also in their apparel. Now, what do they wear?
Nothing.
A cup?
Yeah. That's what they're bearing. They're bearing a single cup.
And his ascent by which he went up into the house of the Lord. There was no more spirit in her, so she died, basically.
Yeah.
That is
Right.
what that sounds like.
Oh, but then, and she said to the king,
okay.
so she didn't die.
Okay.
Not
Okay.
immediately.
And his burnt off. Here's what I have. And his burnt offerings that he offered at the house of the Lord. There was no more breath in her, so it just took her breath away, I guess.
Wow.
Oh, spirit in King James is breath.
Right.
Sometimes.
Because that's what a spirit is. And she said to the king, It was a true report which I heard in mine own land of thine acts and of thy wisdom. Howbeit I believed not their words until I came, and mine eyes had seen it. And behold!
Behold!
The one half of the greatness of thy wisdom was not told me, for thou exceedest the fame that I heard.
Oh my God, the propaganda.
Yeah. Blessed be the Lord. Happy are thy men, and happy are these thy servants, which stand continually before thee and hear thy wisdom. Blessed be the Lord thy God, which delighted in thee to set thee on his throne to be king for the Lord thy God, because thy God loved Israel to establish them forever. Therefore made he thee king over them to do judgment and justice.
So I just want to point this out. So she is not of this land.
No.
She's from somewhere else.
Foreigner.
Yes.
And she apparently knows their history.
Yep.
And
OP foreigner.
she acknowledges the existence of the Israelite God.
Right.
Well, of course they would.
Yeah. I mean, I get why, but like...
They wouldn't even be welcome there if they didn't, apparently. Basically, if you're not cool with Yahweh, then you're not allowed in the Israelite land as a foreigner. Am I wrong? I feel like they've talked about this plenty.
I mean, at the time, I don't actually know. I feel like it would have been okay, because there were a bunch of... at this time, I think it would have been okay.
Okay.
If you say so.
I don't
Yeah.
believe you.
And she gave the king 120 talents of gold, and of spices great abundance, and precious stones. Neither was there any such spice as the Queen of Sheba gave Solomon. And the servants also of Huram, and the servants of Solomon, which brought gold from Ophir, brought algum trees and precious stones. And the king made of the algum trees terraces to the house of the Lord, and to the king's palace, and harps and psalteries for singers, and there were none such seen before in the land of Judah. And King Solomon gave to the Queen of Sheba all her desire, whatsoever she asked, besides that which she had brought unto the king. So she turned and went away on her own land, she and her servants. Now the weight of the gold that came to Solomon in 1 year was 636 talents of gold.
That's 666.
Wow.
Spooky.
So
Is this not the second reference or the first reference
Uh,
to 666?
in
The
this
Bible.
narrative in the Bible, we've seen it pop up at least once before.
It's probably the second.
It's probably the repetition of this.
Yeah.
Um,
Right.
yeah. But either way, speaking of 666, we still got our 666 drive going on.
oh, how's that going?
It's going okay. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. It's at about 160 right now.
160
Yeah.
right now.
Okay, let's continue. We're gonna do some alchemy if we hit
Yes,
that
we're
one.
gonna do some alchemy, and
Yeah.
then once we
But we're definitely
turn lead into gold,
we're definitely gonna
then
finish the
we
demon
can
summoning before.
finally give up YouTube and buy an island.
We're definitely gonna finish the demon summoning before we do the.
Move on to the next intolerably difficult task we said we would do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um.
Let's continue.
So, where was I?
Talents of gold. You're at 14, I think.
14. Okay, besides that which chapmen and merchants brought, and all the kings of Arabia and governors of the country brought gold and silver to Solomon. And King Solomon made 200 targets of beaten gold. 600 shekels of beaten gold went on one target, and 300 shields made he of beaten gold. 300 shekels of gold went to one shield. And the king put them in the house of the forest of Lebanon.
The House of the Forest of Lebanon.
What could that be?
What the fuck?
So, I don't know. That hasn't popped up before. I mean, the Forest of Lebanon has popped up because the trees are very important, but the
Sure.
House of the Forest of Lebanon?
Maybe, so, I mean,
Because house is also capitalized in here. I have no idea.
well, also, golden shields would be incredibly ineffective.
Yes, they really would.
They don't
But
tarnish.
that doesn't matter because Solomon loves his gold, and everything has a lot of gold.
Sir, we're losing men all the time. They
It
get
doesn't
robbed for
matter.
their shields?
They,
And the shields do nothing.
they were adorned with gold. Who cares?
They were. Past tense. We've been like mugged out of existence and have ineffective weapons.
In fact, Lawrence, look up the forest of Lebanon.
And
The house of the forest of Lebanon.
I don't think it's gonna be in either one of these, but I will try.
If you can't find it, we're gonna end up looking it up on the internet.
Yeah.
Moreover, the king made a great throne of ivory and overlaid it with pure gold. And there were 6 steps to the throne, with a footstool of gold, which were fastened to the throne, and stays on each side of the sitting place, 2 lions standing by the stays. And 12 lions stood there on the one side, and on the other upon the 6 steps. There was not the like made in any kingdom. And all the drinking vessels of the king Solomon were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold.
There it
None
is
were
again.
of silver.
Ooh.
It was not anything accounted of the days of Okay, it was not anything accounted of in the days of Solomon.
So wait, this is after the fact then? Which verse? Maybe I have a
Verse 20.
verse 20. Okay.
Sounds confusing.
All King Solomon's drinking vessels were of gold, and all the vessels of the house of the forest of Lebanon were of pure gold. Silver was not considered as anything in the days of Solomon. Okay, so obviously he did not.
Oh, yeah.
Not what?
That makes sense.
Shit phrasing in his
It's just
book.
garbage phrasing.
Yep.
Yeah. For the king's ships went to Tarshish with the servants of Huram. Every 3 years once came the ships of Tarshish, bringing gold and silver, ivory, and apes and peacocks.
Okay, apes and peacocks. All
That's
right.
what everyone needs.
And King Solomon passed all the kings of the earth in riches and wisdom. And all the kings of the earth sought the presence of Solomon to hear his wisdom that God had put in his heart. And they brought every man his present, vessels of silver and vessels of gold, and raiment, harness and spices, horses and mules, a rate year by year. Why would you put a rate of vessels of silver when silver's not
It's
anything?
worthless. Yeah, I know. They mentioned it, and I was thinking that.
So there isn't anything in here on the house of the forest of Lebanon, but Lebanon in here refers to the mountains. And apparently the name means white, referring to this, the snowy peaks in the winter. And the Lebanon and anti-Lebanon mountains, a parallel range on the east. That didn't actually give me anything.
Hooray!
Okay, so there isn't much on that, but I don't know. That would make more sense if it has something to do with the mountain range.
I guess. I'll look it up once we're through
I'm
this.
feeling like the house is still Solomon's house somehow.
And they brought every man his present. Okay, and vessels of silver, vessels of gold, raiment, harnesses, spices, horses and mules, a rate year by year. And Solomon had 4,000 stalls for horses and chariots, 12,000 horsemen, whom he bestowed in the chariot cities, and with the king at Jerusalem. And he reigned over all the kings from the river even unto the land of the Philistines, and to the border of Egypt. And the king made silver in Jerusalem as stones, and cedar trees made he as the sycamore trees that are in the low plains in abundance. And they brought unto Solomon horses out of Egypt, and out of all lands.
So apparently Solomon was like kind of like a pimp. He got he got a little bit of everyone's stuff. Everyone loved. They had to love him apparently.
Oh, yeah.
And of course, ruling from Egypt, that was way out of the range that we have that it was described as before.
Yes.
Well, where did the Queen of Sheba come from? Sheba? Where
Sheba,
the hell's that?
Yeah, but I have no idea where that is.
She's in Sheba. I mean,
By definition.
by definition.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Okay. Go on.
And he reigned over all the kings from the river even unto the land of the Philistines and to the border of Egypt. And the king made silver in Jerusalem as stones, and cedar trees that he made as sycamore trees that are in the low plains in abundance. So, in practical terms, right, he's completely gentrified the area.
I guess, yeah.
And he's also taken on a mass reforestation project.
Yep.
Kind of, but I feel like it's just, so he could build more temples.
Right. And he's doing it by introducing an invasive tree species.
Yeah, I guess.
Smart, King Solomon.
There won't be any long-term ramifications that we could equate for later.
And they brought unto Solomon horses out of Egypt and out of all lands.
Yes.
Now the rest of the acts of Solomon, first and last, are they not written in the book of Nathan the prophet,
What? That's a totally
and
different
in the
book.
prophecy of Ahijah the Shilonite, and in the visions of Iddo the seer against Jeroboam the son of Nebat?
Ugh.
So this is actually even less authoritative of a source than the book of the Chronicles.
No, because it's a prophet.
Yeah, it's two prophets.
It's two prophets.
It's two prophets
Well,
and another book.
Although the book might be referring to the Book of Kingdoms, though.
Mm-hmm.
Because
it might be.
Yeah, because we get a lengthy narrative with both Nathan and Ahiah.
We do.
Yeah.
And there isn't a book of Nathan.
No, there isn't. But they didn't know that. These are names that we gave all these things.
Oh, great.
Right, but it says here written in the book of Nathan.
No, I know
the
that it
prophet.
says that.
Right. So at one point, was there a book of Nathan?
I don't know, unless he was calling that section the Book of Nathan. Maybe because book would be referred to as, it would just be a scroll at that
Yeah,
point,
one
right?
scroll. But
So if a
I mean,
scroll
the scrolls
of Nathan,
aren't necessarily tiny. Because,
no, I know, but
right.
if there was if the scroll of Nathan, depending on how they name things, maybe the scroll of Nathan would just refer to that one narrative within the Deuteronomistic history that expounds on that prophet.
Maybe.
That's my guess.
And Solomon reigned in Jerusalem over all Israel 40 years. And Solomon slept with his fathers and was buried in the city of David his father. And Rehoboam his son reigned in his stead. And that's the end of chapter 9.
Yeah, if you guys are enjoying the stream, please drop a like because we really appreciate it. More likes and more viewer engagement means more views. It pops up in more suggested feeds. So, play that YouTube algorithm.
And that funky music.
Oh, yeah. Play that funky music, definitely. All right, let's hop right.
Okay, House of the Forest of Lebanon.
Jonah says it was named as such because of its Lebanon cedar pillars. It would have been part of his palace complex. Okay. And is thought to have served as a station to the royal guard. Okay. That's
Maybe
something.
Maybe that got brought up earlier.
Yeah, that's what the website said.
Yeah.
And then I got a pop-up.
Woo! Congratulations.
On mobile.
All right, chapter 10. Rehoboam went to Shechem, for all Israel had come to Shechem to make him king. I don't recall that being like a place to go crown people.
That is
Do
now.
you?
I don't recall that.
Okay. To make him king. And as soon as Jeroboam, the son of Nebat, heard of it, for he was in Egypt, where he had fled from King Solomon, then Jeroboam returned from Egypt, and they sent and called him. And Jeroboam and all Israel came and said to Rehoboam, "Your father made our yoke heavy." There are a lot of burdens. Now therefore, lighten the hard service of your father and his heavy yoke on us, and we will serve you. And he said to them, "Come to me again in 3 days." So the people went away. That's just a good way to push something on the back burner there.
Yeah.
Ask me next week.
Yeah. Then King Rehoboam took counsel with the old men, who had stood before Solomon his father while he was yet alive, saying, "How do you advise me to answer this people?" And they said to him, "If you will be good to this people, and please them, and speak good words to them, then they will be your servants forever." But he abandoned the counsel that the old men gave him, and took counsel with the young men who had grown up with him, and stood before him. And he said to them, What do you advise that we answer this people, who have said to me, Lighten the yoke that your father put on us? And the young men who had grown up with him said to him, Thus shall you speak to the people who said to you, Your father made our yoke heavy, but you lighten it for us. Thus shall you say to them, My little finger is thicker than my father's thighs.
Oh,
Mine
snap.
says, my little finger shall be thicker than my father's loins.
Yep.
I'm not sure what that means. And now, whereas my
Oh,
father...
really? There's a dick measuring competition.
It's literally
Is
a
it
small
just
dick
that?
comment. Yeah.
Is thicker than my father. Okay, so he's saying he has a bigger dick? That doesn't sound
No,
right.
he just said.
Than his dad? What would
No,
be?
he didn't say it was bigger. He just says that his dad's is small.
What? Oh my god. Okay.
He's admitting
That
it.
would make his bigger.
Maybe?
Oh my god, Chris. Okay. So I'm just gonna finish this paragraph and see if I can make any sense of this. And now, whereas my father laid on you a heavy yoke, I will add to your yoke. My father disciplined you with whips, but I will discipline you with scorpions. Okay, so he's just gonna be more of an asshole. Like, my father's rule on you was nothing compared to what I shall do to you.
Yeah, I remember this happening before.
Yeah, this happened before.
Yeah.
I remember it.
Okay.
I remember the little finger comment, too.
So,
Yeah, it is ridiculous.
So Jeroboam and all the people came to Rehoboam the third day, as the king said, Come to me again the third day. And the king answered them harshly in forsaking the counsel of the old men. King Rehoboam spoke to them according to the counsel of the young men, saying, My father made your yoke heavy, but I will add to it. My father disciplined you with whips, but I will discipline you with scorpions.
Maybe free scorpions are a good deal. I don't know.
What?
Maybe they want free scorpions.
I mean,
Yeah, maybe they want to start, like a
Scorpion farm.
scorpion farm.
maybe Iron Chef, but with scorpions?
Poison production facility.
Yeah. No, we can't justify it. I don't think he's trying to be nice.
No.
So the king did not listen to the people, for it was a turn of affairs brought about by God, that the Lord might fulfill his word, which he spoke by Ahiah the Shilonite to Jeroboam the son of Nebat. And when all Israel saw that the king did not listen to them, the people answered the king, What portion have we in David? We have no inheritance in the son of Jesse. Each of you to your tents, O Israel. Look now to your house, David. So all Israel went to their tents, but Rehoboam reigned over the people of Israel who lived in the cities of Judah. So, he's ruling over Judah. Jeroboam is... Wait, hold on. Jeroboam's in Israel?
I guess.
Isn't that... Yeah, Jeroboam would be in Israel. Yeah, that makes sense. Then King Rehoboam sent Hadaram, and I have a note here, or spelled Adaram in 1 Kings, who was taskmaster over the forced labor.
I remember him.
And the people of Israel stoned him to death with stones.
Yep, that's all that is about him.
Yeah. So wait, was he sending this guy to try to get them back under control?
Yeah.
Okay.
No, he's a
That
taskmaster.
didn't go well.
No, they stoned him to death.
Yeah.
Stones.
With stones.
And King Rehoboam quickly mounted his chariot to flee to Jerusalem. Oh, right, because he was in Shechem. So Israel has been in rebellion against the house of David
Unto
to
this day.
this day.
Really? Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. And that's the end of chapter 10. I mean, wait, do you hear that?
I think I do hear that. It's a really weird noise. This usually,
Maybe you got the tinnitus.
it's the tinnitus. Must be the
Yeah,
tinnitus.
the tinnitus.
I do have the tinnitus.
You guys are fading in and out of existence. This is terrible for the
Oh
audience.
my god.
Behold, I am your Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, and I want to let all you heathens and sinners know that I support this wonderful episode of Atheist Sunday School. Lawrence and Reuben try their very best to bring you the true glory of the Bible, and they need your help. They have provided links to their Patreon page and other social media just for you. Once again, my name is Jesus Christ, and this is Milwaukee Atheists. The Lord is with them. God bless.
Wow. Amazing.
What? Jesus Christ, man.
That was incredible. Thank you, Jesus. You're always so supportive of what we do.
Yeah,
Yeah,
even
I
if
don't-
we don't believe
I don't
in
know.
it.
Maybe Christianity is real.
Israel?
It's real.
Christianity
No,
is
Christianity, Judah. Yeah, that chapter,
Wow.
I mean, so we have a civil war starting.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
real. Again?
It's a retelling.
It's a retelling.
I said again twice.
That would just imply another civil war.
There was
This
one
is
before
the same
this.
one.
No, there was the same one and a different one, which has to be retold again.
I mean, there are plenty of different wars going on.
Yeah, there's going to be another retelling of another civil
more
war.
civil wars.
I always love George Carlin's thing. Like, how can you have a civil war?
Well, you know, these Israelites, they're trying to secede from the Union,
I suppose they are. Yeah.
held together by.
Well, actually, no. The thing is, now they're trying to secede, but before they wanted to come back from Egypt, apparently, or at least Jeroboam did, and he was like, "Hey, your dad was a dick. Could you be a little nicer?" And he's like, "No."
No, do as Moses did.
So apparently, the old council of old men, they were too lenient. Rehoboam didn't like that. He didn't like liberalism in his court.
No, he didn't like that.
No, he wanted
He wanted to just institute the death penalty for every
Yeah.
minor crime.
yeah,
You steal a grape, even if it's
damn
allowed
straight. Yeah,
for you to carry
yeah,
grapes out of
a certain
field.
amount at least.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, you steal one grape,
Yeah.
bam, you're dead.
No grapes.
Let's continue. Let's do chapter 11.
Why not?
Yeah. I think that's you.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, you're cursed with the long chapters. Enjoy.
That's not even a long chapter.
Cursed.
It's not a long chapter.
It's very
I
short. It's
think
pretty
that-
much just as long as
Yeah,
this
the
last one.
next two chapters are actually pretty short.
Oh, all right.
So, chapter 11. And when Rehoboam has come to Jerusalem, he gathered of the house of Judah and Benjamin 180,000 chosen men.
And that's 180,000 for people who don't like translating scores.
Oh, come on.
Yes, the plebeians.
Yeah. Damn plebs.
Which were warriors to fight against Israel, that he might bring the kingdom again to Rehoboam. But the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah, the man of God, saying, Speak unto Rehoboam, the son of Solomon, king of Judah, and to all Israel in Judah, and Benjamin, saying, Thus saith the Lord, Ye shall not go up, nor fight against your brethren. Return every man to his house. For this thing is done of me. And they obeyed for the words of the Lord, and returned from going against Jeroboam.
So this is a very rare glimpse into God's kinder side. He's like, no. You gotta make up with your brothers.
Yeah.
Which is vastly different from some of the stuff we got in the Torah.
Yeah, kill all of your fellow Israelites.
That is kind of what happened.
Well, I
there.
mean, a bunch of them got earthquaked and fired. And
Yeah, actually,
all
I
that
was
fun
going to
jazz.
pull up I mean, yeah, there was the earthquake part, yes, but there was also the part right after the golden calf, where Moses is all like, "Hey, fucking kill them all."
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
I feel like he was going nuts.
Hold on. I'm gonna try to look for that specific one. Oh, here we go. When the people heard this disastrous word, they mourned, and no one put on his ornaments. For the Lord had said to Moses, "Say to the people of Israel, you are a stiff-necked people. If for a single moment I should go up among you, I would consume you. So now take off your ornaments." This isn't the right verse. So now take off your ornaments that I may know what to do with you. Therefore the people of Israel stripped themselves of their ornaments from Mount Horeb onward. And I need to fucking look for the actual verse where he says, kill your brothers, basically.
Oh, it's there.
Well,
I know it is.
You keep looking, and then for the time being, and Rehoboam dwelt in Jerusalem and built cities for defense in Judah. He built even Bethlehem, and Etam, and Tekoa, and Bethsur.
Oh, here we go. Thus says the Lord God of Israel, put your sword on your side, each of you, and go to and fro from gate to gate throughout the camp, and each of you kill his brother and his companion and his neighbor. And the sons of Levi did according to the word of Moses. And that day about 3,000 men of the people fell. So, and that's from God.
Yeah.
That is from God.
That's his darker
That's
side.
what God supports.
Yeah. But now he's
He's a nice guy.
a nicer guy now.
Eh.
Nicer.
And Shako and Adullam and Gath and Maresha and Ziph and Adoraim and Lachish and Azekah and Zorah and Aijalon and Hebron, which are in Judah and Benjamin fenced cities. And he fortified the strongholds and put captains in them, and the store of victual and the oil and wine. And in every several city he put shields and spears, and made them exceeding strong, having Judah and Benjamin on his side.
So he's just defending himself now.
Yeah, he's building up, defenses.
Yeah.
And the priests and the Levites that were all in all Israel, resorted to him out of their coasts. For the Levites left their suburbs and their possession and came to Judah and Jerusalem. For Jeroboam and his sons had cast them off from executing the priest's office unto the Lord.
Oh no, heresy.
Yeah. And he ordained him priests for the high places and for the devils.
I have goat idols.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah.
Because I don't think devil has popped up in the KJV before.
I think it did.
Maybe.
When?
I don't remember when, but I think it did.
I remember Satan.
Sure.
Sure.
I don't remember devils. I've seen spirits in here.
Dark spirits.
Sure, yeah.
Dark
Spirits pop up
spirits.
a lot, yeah.
I don't even know if I've seen demon.
I don't think we've seen
No,
demons.
no demons so far.
No demons yet.
Well, anyways, these devils are goat idols.
Yeah.
Okay, so like images of Pan, basically.
Or,
I mean, they're not. It wouldn't
Not
actually
exactly
be Pan.
Pan,
Yeah.
but like something analogous looking.
It's just another idol.
Yeah. And for the calves which he had made.
Which, by the way, we have learned nothing about.
great.
And
But again, I want to point this out. The Levites are completely innocent in this calf worship. They have nothing to do with it.
oh,
And as I pointed out in my golden calf video, that is one of the parallels that we get between the Jeroboam's golden calves and the golden calf.
yes.
Okay.
Whoopee. And after
The
them,
golden calf.
out of all the tribes of Israel, such as set their hearts to seek the Lord God of Israel, came to Jerusalem to sacrifice unto the Lord God of their fathers. So they strengthened the kingdom of Judah and made Rehoboam the son of Solomon strong 3 years. For 3 years they walked in the way of David and Solomon. And Rehoboam took him Mahalath, the daughter of Jeremoth, the son of David, to wife, so his cousin,
Yes.
and Abihail, the daughter of Eliab, the son of Jesse.
So also another cousin, because David is the son of Jesse.
Yes. Which bare him children, Jeush and Shamariah and Zaham. And after her he took Maacah, the daughter of Absalom, which bare him Abijah, and Attaiah, and Ziza, and Shelemith. And Rehoboam loved Maacah, the daughter of Absalom, above all his wives, and his concubines. For he took 18 wives and 80 concubines, and begat 28 sons and 80 daughters.
That's a lot. So he took 18 wives and 60 concubines and fathered 28 sons and 60 daughters. That is a lot.
Yeah, it is. And Rehoboam made Abijah the son of Maacah the chief to be ruler among his brethren, for he thought to make him a king. And he dealt wisely, and dispersed all of his children throughout all the countries of Judah and Benjamin, unto every fenced city, and gave them victuals in abundance. And he desired many wives.
And what I think is interesting here, so he's basically making like governors, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what he basically just instituted governors.
Well, that's why he needed all
So
those
many of them.
wives.
Yeah, that's why he needed so many. He needed a lot
Produce
of
all those
wives to
kids.
make a lot of babies.
So that they can be governors.
Yeah.
It's the only reasonable thing to do.
Ta-da!
What?
Oh, no, then they'll fight over land and stuff. It'll be great.
Oh.
Yeah, great. And that's the end of chapter 11. If you're enjoying the stream so far,
Drop a like, do something, helps us out.
do something. Please help us.
Share it to your friends and family and people you hate, especially the people you hate. We love the people you hate.
No, we don't.
Right. We hate the people you hate. Fuck those people.
What? No, not that either.
No, my God, we are completely unopinionated.
Thank
Alex.
you, Ellis, for your blood tithe of $6.66.
Thanks for the gold. Okay.
Here we go. There's that animation. I was thinking, as you said that, if the animation doesn't pop up.
And also, Nightbot hasn't been popping up in the chat, which is kind of
great.
sad. I don't know, probably because of the low engagement.
I think it's because of some sort of YouTube error.
I don't know what it is. Maybe
I blame YouTube. Hashtag blame YouTube.
Yes.
We'll have to recheck that then. I'll do that.
Yeah, there
Right
might
after
be
the
a
show.
date thing or something, or a time
And
thing.
there might be something up with the with the reset and all. Okay, so let's continue to chapter 12. When the rule of Rehoboam was established and he was strong, he abandoned the law of the Lord. Oh man, come on, Rehoboam.
It's so easy. Everyone does it.
He abandoned the law of the Lord, and all Israel with him, in the 5th year of King Rehoboam, because they had been unfaithful to the Lord. Shishak, king of Egypt, came up against Jerusalem with 1,200 chariots and 60,000 horsemen. So I want to point this out. So King Shishak, we can generally identify him with one of the Egyptian pharaohs. He did do campaigns in Judah. That is a fact. That is on one of his. It's part of his funerary text, I think, or on his or a temple or something. It is inscribed. But
it's more likely.
Jerusalem isn't listed as one of the cities. He definitely went to Judah, but not necessarily to Jerusalem. And the people were without number who came with him from Egypt, Libyans, Sukkim, and Ethiopians. So it's interesting that the Libyans would join them, because I'm pretty confident the Libyans were like one of Egypt's all-time greatest enemies. Now maybe I don't, like, at this time I'm not 100%
it's strange
sure.
because mine says the Lubim, the Sukkim, and the Ethiopians.
Great.
Interesting. So, I don't know. And he took the fortified cities of Judah and came as far as Jerusalem. Then Shemaiah the prophet came to Rehoboam and to the princes of Judah, who had gathered at Jerusalem because of Shishak, and said to them, "Thus says the Lord, you abandoned me, so I have abandoned you to the hand of Shishak." Then the princes of Israel and the king humbled themselves and said, "The Lord is righteous." When the Lord saw that they humbled themselves, the word of the Lord came to Shemaiah. "They have humbled themselves. I will not destroy them, but I will grant them some deliverance. And my wrath shall not be poured out on Jerusalem by the hand of Shishak." So my guess, because Jerusalem isn't listed, is they just stopped there, and the people in Jerusalem were like, it must have been God.
Yeah,
That's probably what happened. That's my guess.
it's a good guess.
Yeah.
I believe it.
"Nevertheless, they shall be servants to him, that they may know my service and the service of the kingdoms of the countries." So they're going to be a vassal.
Yes.
Okay. That is what it is sounding like. So Shishak, king of Egypt, came up against Jerusalem. He took away the treasures of the house of the Lord and the treasures of the king's house. He took away everything. He also took away the shields of gold that Solomon had made. Oh no!
Oh no.
Not the shields of gold!
Now
were
his
so-
people are gonna die.
You know, they were so useless before, but now they don't have them?
Oh my God! What a tragedy!
They were probably worth a lot.
This is a
So
Greek tragedy.
sad.
And King Rehoboam made in their place shields of bronze
What?
and committed them to the hands of the officers of the guard who kept the door of the king's
Are you
house.
telling me he handed out capable shields? He's like, no, have real shields.
Oh my God! He gave them bronze in the temple. Come on!
Ugh.
Ugh,
At
you're
least
disgusting.
You can actually block.
Rehoboam, you disgust me.
Yeah,
Okay, you can-
only golden shields that won't protect you. That's what you need.
Yes,
They're aesthetic.
Those alone.
You don't need weapons.
And as often as the king went into the house of the Lord, the guard came and carried them and brought them back to the guard room. Which, okay, makes sense. I wouldn't expect them to be holding those 24/7.
They're heavy. They're gold.
And no, these are bronze.
They're also heavy.
And when he humbled himself to the wrath of the Lord, and when he humbled himself, the wrath of the Lord turned from him, so as not to make a complete destruction. Moreover, conditions were good in Judah.
Great.
And the Hebrew apparently says good things were found. So I'm guessing that...
Mine says, and also in Judah things went well.
Okay. And this just kind of seems like, after the fact, kind of, well, they didn't completely destroy us, and I guess the weather's nice.
Yeah.
So we're not living terribly. I guess God doesn't hate us too much.
Nope.
Right now.
Just a little.
Not too much.
So King Rehoboam grew strong in Jerusalem and reigned as was before. Rehoboam was 41 years old when he began to reign, and he reigned 17 years in Jerusalem, the city that the Lord had chosen out of all the tribes of Israel to put his name there. His mother's name was Nama the Ammonite.
Great.
And he did evil, for he did not set his heart to seek the Lord. You know, he was doing so well before,
Oh yeah.
and then he did evil. Why'd you have to go off and do evil?
They
So he had a
always
reason
do
to die?
evil.
Almost all of them.
In the narrative?
Yeah. Even Moses did the evil.
Yeah, he did the evil.
Yeah.
So much of the evil.
And
Noah did the evil.
Even David did the evil.
Adam
what?
did
David
the evil.
did the evil?
Yeah, remember? Because
Yes,
David,
of course, I remember.
the census,
Yes, that's
Oof.
evil.
God did not want that census. That was all the adversary's fault.
Saul did
Satan's.
the evil.
Saul did do the evil, yes.
Guys,
Man.
everybody in the book's
I think
done the evil.
I don't think Samuel did the evil. I don't remember Samuel doing the
Well, didn't he become a ghost?
Yep,
evil. He didn't
that's
become a ghost.
An evil
No,
spirit.
no. He became a god.
Well, he was
He
called
became
on.
an Elohim.
Right. Well, he was called on by a necromancer, which is a
Yes.
sin. And
Yeah, so Saul, that was Saul doing that.
you're right.
But Samuel, I don't think that would affect him. Samuel even actually comes back in the New Testament
Oh.
as a ghost.
Great.
I'm pretty sure it's Samuel.
So
and,
it's
and-
like Star Wars,
Hold on. I'm pretty
where
sure
old
yeah,
Ben
yes.
Kenobi dies,
I-
and then he starts appearing as a ghost to Luke, and he's like, "Use the Force, Luke."
I'm pretty sure that it's Samuel and Moses. I know Moses, one of them. I could be wrong about Samuel though.
So it's like the end of Return of the Jedi, when after Darth Vader dies, they're at the funeral, and
Bunch of space ghosts.
yeah, they've got a Yoda ghost and Obi-Wan ghost and a Vader ghost.
Dude, I don't know. Maybe.
Yes, it's
You
just
tell
like
me.
that.
It's just like that.
And you should know, Lawrence, and I'm glad you do. Isn't that great that you're so well versed on Star Wars mythos?
That's Moses and Elijah. Okay.
Moses and Elijah. Well, why not Enoch?
Well, because that would be
Like,
heretical.
Does he never pop up again? It's in Genesis that.
Once. It's in Genesis once.
Hey, guys, I think Methuselah didn't do the evil.
Did Methuselah do the
No,
evil?
he just got raised up to heaven.
I don't remember if Methuselah did the evil. And I'm sure someone can tell me about which verse that is also about Moses and Elijah.
I think you still have more to read in this.
No, I know, I do. Now the acts of Rehoboam, from first to last, are they not written
Oh, great.
in the chronicles of Shemaiah the prophet and Iddo the seer? There were continual wars between Rehoboam and Jeroboam.
Whoa.
Whoa, your mic's dead, Ruben. Not on your end.
Okay, so
Not on
all right, so while I
Well-
just want to check one thing here. So this was in the chronicles of Shemaiah and Iddo the seer, but
Yep,
the
that's
other-
another different thing entirely.
Yeah, well, yeah, because
Okay, you're back, Ruben, I think. Hold on. Maybe not. What's up with that?
I think that since the other one was Ahiah the Shalonite, and then the visions of Iddo the seer,
Now you're back.
I don't actually remember anything about Iddo the seer.
Iddo the seer, mine says, now the acts of Rehoboam, first and last, are they not written in the book of Shemaiah the prophet and of Iddo the seer
Right.
concerning genealogies?
Huh. Concerning, I don't have concerning genealogies, but although I do have a note that says that after seer, the Hebrew adds according to genealogy.
Oh, well, great
No,
little...
I have no idea.
So does that mean to say that this genealogy that pops up at
Was from Iddo the seer?
is from Iddo the seer?
I don't know. We have had multiple genealogies.
Right.
Uh,
So one of them is probably from Iddo the seer.
I have no idea. Some genealogy somewhere. Maybe we don't have it. There were continual wars between Rehoboam and Jeroboam, and Rehoboam slept with his fathers, and he was buried in the city of David, and Abiah his son reigned in his place. And then I also have a note here
Note.
for Abiah. Oh, that it's spelled it's Abijam in 1 Kings 14.
Oh, Abijam!
31, Abijam.
Everybody's
Abijam.
favorite
Yeah. Good old
character.
Abijam.
That's great.
So that is, I know it was kind of a short show today.
Oh, not really.
Not really. It's
mean, an
about
hour.
an hour long.
Yeah,
It's totally fine.
I mean, I don't know.
Not
but
bad at all.
let's see how many chapters are there in Second Chronicles. A good amount, 36.
Well, we'll be
36.
here a while.
Yeah. And then we get into Ezra.
So it'll
Cool.
probably take us like 8 or 9 episodes to get through the rest of.
I'm not
Second
sure. Maybe a little less.
Maybe a little less.
Yeah. But anyways, for the people that joined and for the people that were in the chat, I know it wasn't the most active chat today, but that's okay. That's okay. Completely fine. I'm glad that you stuck around. I am glad that you dropped a like. And I am also
Glad that you have started worshiping us in those, altars that you set up in your closet.
yes,
It's
and I'm
giving
very
us-
I'm very glad that we are receiving something from Patreon.
And our Amazon
that goes
wish
back
list.
to you and our Amazon wish list.
Of
Birthday's
course.
coming up on the 16th.
His birthday's coming up. Be sure to pick up all those books that I want.
Yeah, I guess why not. So what else is there? Facebook, Twitter.
I don't know. We should make a bit shoot.
Pew pew.
I don't know. It's not really the easiest to use platform.
Now I want to play a
It's
character.
pretty easy to use.
I don't know. I mean, it's always
shoots,
really
like-
laggy for me.
Yeah,
It's-
that's the real problem, is that it's laggy. But, additional income sources is not a bad idea.
Yeah, well.
Diversification.
Anyways, so thank you everyone for joining us. Teespring also, and
Let us know in the comments if you want us to get a bit shoot.
sure, why
Or
not?
care.
No one gives a damn. So, without further ado,
Without further ado, we'll
we shall
see you
see you
next Sunday.